Welcome back, everybody, to the Homonymous Podcast. My name is Alex Neal.
My name is Ethan Weldon.
And today, we have a very special guest. His name is Cole Peterson. He's a writer. He loves baseball. That's him.
And that is I was going to say... Never mind. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that was me.
Yeah, that's Cole.
Cole and I have a feud. It's basically like a... What would you call it? How would you describe it?
A love-hate relationship.
Yes.
They love each other.
Very sarcastic.
Mostly
At least I
hate.
think. Mostly hate. Yeah.
I think it's like a sarcastic hate.
No, I don't know what it... We should talk about that and break that down.
Well, because I
You wanna
know
break that down?
today on the podcast, we're going to talk about Cole. We're going to talk about what he does. We're going to talk about sports in general. And then we're going to talk about boxing.
I've been watching a lot of boxing documentaries, so I'm prepared for that.
I meant like boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Him and I boxing?
Your
I'm actually-
previous history as boxers. Or lack thereof, I guess.
Well, I'm about to get some experience here in a second.
That's right. That's
About
right.
to-
That's right.
About to have a stripe on that belt.
You already know. You already know.
Would you actually be down to do that, Cole?
Box you?
Yeah.
I told you came into our room the other
And
day.
you
I said
didn't
I would
say-
beat.
No,
I would
you
box
didn't-
you. No, I
didn't
would.
say yes. You actually didn't say yes.
Oh well, here's a yes.
All right. let's
Confirmed
set it up.
yes.
Who has boxing gloves?
I know the plan is
Is that
to
there's
get
an
the
actual-
inflatable ones for next semester.
Okay.
Kind of like a housewarming thing. Everybody comes back, you know. do a
Oh,
little.
beat the crap out of each other.
Everybody comes back. I knock out Ethan, and then
Right.
I know, dude. These
we
things are
start
like,
our friendship again.
Have
yeah.
you ever had your front two teeth lodged in the back of your throat?
Maybe in a dream.
This isn't.
What
a
kind of dreams are you having?
Yeah. Have you you ever had those dreams where your teeth fall out?
Oh yeah, those ones.
I've never had those. I've heard of a lot
Yeah.
of people having those. Though.
totally. Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Cole
enough-
knows. Cole knows
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
You have those all the time.
Yeah, you know.
I did. Sure.
Yeah, he knows.
Sure.
He knows.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Cole, you're I don't know if this is the right title, but assistant sports editor for the Daily Nebraskan.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So when did you get that position?
Just recently. I think it was a week ago. Was
Yeah.
when I got an email saying I got the position, but it's for next year, next fall.
Oh, okay. I was very
So-
proud of you when you got that.
I didn't think I was gonna get it.
I told you, bro.
I know. But I mean, we were talking before about all the 200-day stuff and class we're taking where it's learning editing, AP style, and stuff like that. So,
It's important stuff, you know.
That's-
yeah, as much as
Important stuff. I
as
mean,
much
come
as
on.
I say I don't like it, it's stuff that I'm gonna need for that editor position.
I mean, that's actually useful.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice. A lot of classes don't really have that kind of
I know.
information that's like actually useful. So,
As dreadful as the class is,
Yes.
it's very helpful for like positions like Cole is getting.
so you can
Yes.
act literally apply those things directly
Yes.
from that.
I think
Exactly.
it may be one of the first classes where I can sit down and say this is something I will use in my future
Yeah, that's
that I've
pretty-
taken this semester.
That's actually nice then.
Yeah.
I mean, that my girlfriend was talking. She was saying she has 7 assignments a week in that class.
Yep.
Would you say that's accurate?
It kind of depends because some of the classes that you take are like some of the assignments you'll have is like due the day of your class, and you can get done in like an hour. So me and Connor Clark, who
Oh.
was on our podcast, well, actually the first episode we did here in Lincoln, Connor Clark, we do it every Monday night. We just sit down, we finish the homework together, and we work on it. We ask each other questions.
Just crank all of it out.
Pretty much. I mean, all you have to do is usually write one thing, you read a chapter, and you reflect on it. And then the next class, because ours is at 8 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, on Wednesday night, we'll get together, do the homework for Thursday night. And then one time during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday night, we'll work on our papers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cole, you're preparing for this position. What have you done to kind of prepare yourself so far in terms of getting acclimated to that position, not only in terms of knowing what you're going to have to expect or what sports you might be covering, but from a technical standpoint in terms of writing,
Like how I prepared myself with my own writing to edit. Well, I think in a way it's so my stories now are edited by the people that are the editors now.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that has helped me is just reading through my stories and seeing what their suggestions are and breaking those down. And I think the biggest part is understanding what your mistakes are and, applying those and keeping that in mind, because there was a time. So I read about Nebraska baseball. I don't know if you talk about that later, but I would always call them there and it's a singular thing, so it's.
Mm.
So I mean, it's just stuff like that where repetitively, when you see errors, you correct them. So it's, I guess the a way I've prepared myself is, like you mentioned, Connor. He has his own Husker Sports Weekly where he'll sometimes write some pieces, so I'll edit that for him, and then
Oh, okay.
for 200A, I'll just look over everyone's, I guess Jarrett's.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Jarrett's.
Jarrett's news stories and press
Yeah.
conferences.
Just
and
a
stuff
heads
like
up,
that.
if you hear any weird noises, we actually have a guest trying to promote our stuff at the Hamanans podcast. Jaden.
Promote it. I don't know if you
I
call
say
it.
promote.
I don't know if you call it that, but
We're being used as a project, so if you hear that, you'll see some stuff. That's Jaden. Hi,
Yeah.
Jaden.
Hi, Jaden.
Hi.
But
So yeah, feel free to move around, get different stuff you need.
just don't like interrupt. If that
Yeah,
would be,
just
if you
don't
could just
be too
not
much.
like be in the way.
Come on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just like don't.
Just stand right in front of Ethan. Just
Yes.
block that camera right there.
Yeah, just like I think that's your best option. Let's be honest. I mean, Cole would agree with me.
I would. I was the one that suggested it.
But
You're gonna fight me now?
yes, no, man. I feel like if you'd be too nice, but as soon as you got like hit, you'd be like,
Yeah, I've never
You'd,
been
like,
in a
turn
fight.
it
I'd be
on.
kind of afraid to see.
I've
what I
never
would
been in
do.
a fight either, but I feel like I could do it.
Well, I mean, considering what we saw from basketball the other day, nobody can guard me in the paint.
Okay.
Just say
You and Jordan were kind of it was a back
no.
and
Me and
forth.
Jordan had some good. We were
Yeah.
laughing and we were having a
Dude,
good
we
time.
need to we need to go do that more. Now that those courts are open, we need to go more. But
Well, the fact that it was literally so nice the day we went,
yeah,
then literally 8 hours later, it was snowing.
we had a freeze warning and everything.
Like, what the heck?
That's-
Nebraska?
It was like 60. No, then it was like 30. But Cole, so currently you're not an editor, but you're working for the Daily Nebraskan. What's your role at this specific point in time?
So I am a beat reporter, which you're a general reporter and you're a beat reporter. So I came on the staff in September of last year, and I honestly had no recognition of what actually the specifics of a newspaper were. So I started writing about baseball because I've played my whole life, and I'd never really understood like what that meant, but it kind of helped me get the spot where I was the only one writing about baseball, and it showed that I knew stuff about baseball.
Yeah.
So when the time came around, it was like, hey, we can put you on the baseball beat because you've been doing such a good job writing about it already. So in a way, it was kind of smart on my end, where it was like,
yeah. You went with what you knew,
Yeah.
and you had that foundation to build on.
Because-
and you were the only one doing it too.
yeah, because at that time, I mean, football and basketball were starting up, but I mean, baseball was so far ahead, no one was writing about it.
True. Yeah. And then I mean they've like shown out too. They're
Yeah, that is. I was telling my roommate the other day, I picked a really good year to get that job just because.
true.
I mean, we weren't even picked in the top 6 for baseball.
I saw this one tweet that said we weren't even in the top 25 like of their list, and I was like, and Michigan was 25.
Yeah,
And I was
Michigan's
like-
ranked. We are not ranked.
I was like, how does that
Absolutely absurd, by the way.
Well, I mean, you look at it, and I know why we're not ranked, but
Why is
it's we've played a pretty easy schedule so far, and it's not to
Okay.
say that we haven't done well because we've dominated our schedule so far, but it's just it's the same with Michigan, where you can make the same argument with them, where they've played a lot of easy teams so far, but I think once we get further down the stretch, obviously we have that end of the season series with Michigan and Lincoln.
That
So
should
I
be
mean that could be for the Big Ten championship at that point.
that would really show who would come out on top and who's actually been, putting in that work and performing.
Well, I mean, you
Even-
come to Nebraska, you don't think. I mean, football's obviously historic. Volleyball's good every year. Basketball
Still working
is
on
there,
that one.
yeah. And then
Well-
baseball, it's like, well, you don't think of college baseball here at Lincoln.
Well, while we're on the subject, let's just go in to some sports. So that's our sports intro. So let's
Wow.
just get right into the sports. So please continue. I just wanted to make that known.
I'm impressed. That
So
was
good.
that was the first time I've heard that, and
I was like,
I was
yeah, one of the radio like mixes that they
Yeah.
have.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
so we got CBS, NBC, Wii Sports, Homer Simpson. It's a good mix.
like a mosh pit of sounds.
I'm impressed. Honestly, am.
So yeah, please continue. I just wanted to. Let the people know.
Yes.
We're on sports.
So, I mean, we could talk about baseball, I guess, but
We'll just kind of go into all sports.
yeah,
really.
so we'll
'Cause, I mean,
start.
that's what you do.
Yeah,
Sports is really your life right now.
that is, yeah. It's going to be my life, too.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, we could start with baseball. I mean, we're 18-6 this year, which is pretty impressive. But I mean, it's a Will Bolt's second season. So, last season he took over. COVID obviously shortened that, and then we didn't get off to a good start at all last year. But we got a commit from Millard West here in Omaha, and he decommitted from A&M because of COVID, and then he's been our biggest offensive threat this year.
That's
So
crazy to have like that short of a turnaround for a
Yeah.
coach. That's like Scott Frost level, like at UCF kind of deal.
it is, because I mean, baseball is a sport where you need to. It's kind of like you need to develop your players for so many years. It's not football where freshmen are
Yeah,
typically
like
playing.
true freshman or something like
Basketball
that. Or
where
freshman.
one and dones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Baseball is a sport where I mean you're there for 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
and I think we have 3 freshmen that start out of our 9 guys.
Yeah, some of the freshmen that I've seen, because I've called, I think, 3 baseball games. All of them we've lost, by the way.
You're like, awesome.
I'm the curse.
Stop calling baseball
I
games.
know,
Go
right?
back to softball.
Well, I mean, me and Cole actually called the last game in the series of the Illinois-Nebraska softball game.
Yep.
We had a
Oh.
great time. I had so much fun.
That was awesome.
I mean,
fun.
we were throwing out. I think one of the references I threw out was.
Yeah, what did you keep saying? You said it twice, I think.
I did. It was so whenever they were batting and they were like they kept hitting foul balls after foul balls and they were battling. So I said, "Oh, they're pulling a Bee Gees and they're staying alive there in the box,
BGs?
like the Bee Gees." Staying alive.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm out of the loop on that, but that makes sense.
That's my
funny.
old person coming out. I'm telling you.
It is.
That was my
Hey,
favorite.
but if you
reference
think
I've
about
done.
the audience for that, they might, probably, that'd be well
Oh, yeah.
received.
I
But,
think so.
dude,
I
that
have
must
to
be
admit,
fun,
though, I think I was you on that first reference because he said it the first time, and I sat there like,
You're like,
What did he just say?
okay, we're going to go to the next pitch.
yeah. And then you're like,
Then the second time, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then I laughed the second time. I was like, all right, I see what you're doing.
Yep.
Nice. Well, in terms of, so once you're done being a beat reporter, you'll be a sports editor, and that will be not specifically for baseball. That'll be
All
for
sports.
all sports. So how are you trying to, because I'm sure are there some sports that you're a little bit less educated on that you're kind of like, oh, I need to do my research, like looking forward to that, because that's something that I 1000% experienced with my job, and it's pretty embarrassing, if I'm being honest, how little I knew about football. But you make it work. You get by, and you try and learn as much as you can, and just be a sponge. So what's your mindset going into that?
Okay, so one of the things that I think is interesting is as on the baseball beat now, technically the editors for this semester are done after finals week. So May 7th they're done.
Okay.
But obviously the baseball season goes into June,
Yeah.
early June. So one of our editors, his name is Drake. He's the one leaving.
Oh yeah.
Drake Keeler.
I've
He
seen
does
that.
all the social justice and all that stuff
Mhm.
is what he's going on to, but he's sticking around, so I'll do that through the end of May and into June, and then I'll technically, once that's over, then I'll become the editor.
Okay.
That's awesome, man.
Dude,
yeah.
that's sick.
But I mean, it's gonna be obviously with in-person classes next year, it's gonna be a lot, but I think it's gonna be fun because it was funny. The interview, he was like, "You can come into the DN office. It's just in the office in the conference room," and I'm like, I have never been in the office. I don't know where the conference room is.
I have no idea.
I was like, "Is that at the Union? Where is it? Do you guys have your own building?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot you're a freshman. You've never been in the building because of COVID."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And there's like a passcode you have to do to put into it, and I was like, "Do I just knock?" Or like, because I have no idea how to get in.
Dude, that's been so weird. Just acclimating, like usually the things that you would already have been well introduced to and just like acclimated to, they're just like, that's what it was like in my job with Husker Vision. I couldn't work half of the things because they're like, we need to train you first, and we can't train you. So it's like, sorry,
Yeah,
you
kind
can't
of
work.
unfortunate. And that's actually, I just got an interview for that tomorrow.
Oh, really?
My Husker Vision interview is
Is-
tomorrow.
Is
yeah.
it with Alex Wood?
Yeah.
Nice. He's
Well,
nice.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get it. I'm pretty positive. My skills are apt enough to
Yeah.
work for Husker Vision. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited
You're
for
a little
That'll
more
be
than
good.
qualified, I would say.
Yeah. You're
that. Sure.
currently running
Flattering,
a broadcast.
but
No, dude, live broadcast stuff will always have a special place in my heart. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
See,
it's
that's
so fun.
That's kind of the interesting thing because, with what you do, you're in the more creative media side. You and Jordan, and, here I thought I wanted to do that, but I realized you helped me realize that, like, that's really not my path.
Dude, it's just like
So
yeah.
it's not draining is a harsh word.
It's
time consuming.
It's very time consuming. You have to be. It's in this industry. It is a all or nothing.
Yep.
If you talk to Aura or
Oh,
any
he'd tell
of
me
the
the
people,
same thing.
you're like, if you're in that industry, it is basically
life.
it absorbs your life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pros to that, and there's a lot of cons, but you're in it because you love it and you love what
For
you
sure.
do. So
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, when you expressed interest in it, I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because this is a lot, and it's nice to kind of like try things out, but
That's not the place to try things out. That's where you commit.
Aura told me the other day, he was like, I like to do this with my new employees. I just throw them in the fire.
Yeah, that's smart.
And I was like, that's good.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the heat.
Yeah.
I'm in the fire currently.
Oh, for sure.
But I know his process. It's worked. It's molding me into a better, creative media, all well-rounded person.
Videographer, editor, photographer,
Storyteller, feel like that's what it's mostly been.
Yeah.
But
And that's been really awesome to see, like, how you progress so far with all of your stuff you're doing. You just put out the O-line video. Amazing. Go check it out on the Husker social media pages. Was it Instagram, Twitter? Is it on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have Facebook.
All of them.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Thank
Man,
you.
he's doing great stuff. But
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
I think, live broadcasting is such a different perspective of it because
Yes.
it's not necessarily more pressure than content creation because content creation has
It's
a
just
lot of pressure.
They're both. It's just a different kind of pressure.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, and it is definitely pressure. There's
less room for mistakes.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
we could talk about earlier when I came to you for the video help.
Yeah.
I sat down. I was like, "What's wrong with this, Ethan?" And you're like, "Oh, are you kidding me, Cole? Are you
It's
serious?"
cute. I get it. No, like that's what's so cool about it is I like being able to help you guys because that's cool because if I can genuinely teach you guys a skill like that you can use and put on a resume and be like, if you need help with a video, like I can make a video.
I know
as a
Jared
news
definitely
reporter.
uses you, considering he basically made you make his project for him.
Yeah.
No, I helped him.
Yeah, Jared did most of the
Wink.
work.
Yeah. I showed him how to use the camera. He learned how to pull focus, which I was very proud of him for because it's harder than it looks.
Yep,
And
it is.
he did it.
Good for Jared.
At least he tried.
Yeah.
That's more than.
We love you, Jared.
Yes, but no, I mean, like, have you ever kind of experienced any broadcast kind of stuff, or like expressed any interest in it?
Besides our softball gig we had.
Well, it's actually funny.
Right.
Funny you brought that up because, no, I honestly, I thought that was what I wanted to do, and I got my obviously newspaper start because back in high school, a guy for the local newspaper came to my high school and said, "You can write an article about sports, and if it's good enough, we'll publish it in the paper." So mine was, and that's kind of how I found that's what I want to do.
Kind of your love for the newspaper
Yeah.
and love for writing.
Yeah, but I think
Stuff
one of
like
the
that.
things that I find like the best about writing these stories is interviewing people, and I think that goes hand in hand with kind
Yeah.
of like what broadcast news kind of is not necessarily talking to people, but just like knowing them well enough where it's like I can sit down and describe to someone like this is who they are, this is why they're who they are, and then this is like
Their story.
what's happening. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's awesome.
no, yeah, I'm actually doing BTN Plus this weekend for the
Dude,
softball
that's
games. Yeah.
awesome.
Wait, so are you going to be calling the game?
Yeah, BTN Plus.
Nice.
Basically what Grant does. Now you get to make memes of Cole.
Yes.
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 Oh
I will
my
send
God.
you a suit picture.
Please do. I love making those. He sent one. He did one on me.
Yeah.
I died when I saw it because it's so perfect.
It was great.
I'm gonna take pictures whenever I go do something like that, and it's like I told him
Just
like
take
we have to
pictures
do
like
this.
Yeah.
Like an awkward dad who just got a new iPhone. He's like, "How I use this?" thing."
Awkward Facebook profile picture.
Yes, literally, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what I saw when I saw those pictures. But he took it like a champ. He
Oh, he
liked
did.
him,
He's
but
a good
So
guy.
he fired back too.
he
did one of you.
That's what I was like, perfect. Yeah. I was
All power
impressed.
to him.
So we
Yeah.
know you like baseball. What other kind of sports are you into? Maybe I mean, obviously you're going to be writing over all of them. But
Yes.
like, what are some of your like more passionate ones?
Football, obviously in Nebraska. I would say growing up in Nebraska has made me more of like a volleyball guy.
Oh yeah, for
It's,
sure.
I mean, I
I'm rooting
understand.
for him.
No, yeah, but
Wow, we just got
people.
knocked out.
Yeah.
There was a graphic on Instagram the other day, and I think it was like
Yeah.
clicks on social medias for volleyball accounts. And Nebraska had 671,000, and Florida had 400,000, and then third place was 150,000.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was probably
Wow.
Skull Sparks.
Yeah.
We monitor that stuff too. They're basically a creative media like
Kind of hub.
statistics account, if that makes sense.
Kind of like the open doors of.
Yeah, basically.
graphics.
But they were kind of doing that before them, I think. I'm not sure. That might be wrong. But basically, they track the social media performance of different sports from different schools. And yeah, the creative media team, it's Corn Crib. They're on the floor right above
Yes.
us. Nick Burkhart and his whole team, they do great work. They're branding for their players. I mean, it's easy to brand those. They're
Yeah, of
amazing.
course.
Beautiful women, and they kill it on the court every year. And like they do a great job, and they know exactly what they're doing. And yeah, it's really good. It's nice to see one of our athletic programs like really
Besides
Excel.
football.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, because like football, I feel like, and this is coming from me, I feel like it gets a little bit too much attention sometimes when a lot of other sports are really doing awesome, entertaining things that are, worth watching.
Yeah, of
and I think
course.
volleyball here is a great example of why you don't just have to be a fan of one sport.
Exactly.
If you're a Husker fan, you can watch.
That's
all
what I'm
of
saying.
them
I
and
think
support all. of them.
Husker fans are kind of a different breed.
No, they
That
yes,
is very
and that's
true.
it's a
Yeah.
prime example.
Yeah,
of that.
because I mean, I don't think you were there, but we went to the baseball game. You weren't
No,
there.
I didn't.
You were there, but like the guys went to the baseball game.
Oh yeah.
The first
the
one?
Line, are you talking about the line out the?
Yeah. Well, you were up there. We got kicked out of our seats. It was that day.
Oh really?
That was a fun time. That was a great day. But like literally, there were so many people. I felt like I was betraying my creed because I wasn't wearing any Husker gear. I just had like a blue shirt and a Detroit Tigers hat on.
Yeah, they're like, who are you?
Right? And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to get murdered for
Yeah.
not wearing any Husker gear?
I feel like different.
I
like
stuck out like
othered-
a sore thumb.
Oh no!
And especially because we were playing Maryland, so
Yeah.
they also wore red.
Is that why they kicked you out of your seat? They're like,
That must have been what
He's wearing a blue shirt. Got to get.
so what happened?
Get him out. So yeah, basically we bought GA tickets, which was free. So
Yeah.
general admission for students is free.
Oh yeah.
Basically, we got in there, we sat just random seats. We thought everywhere was general admission. Oh, were we wrong?
Oh, they
Oh.
came for you.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the weird thing was, so we sat kind of in between home plate and the Nebraska dugout.
Yeah.
Probably 6 rows up from the field.
I saw you.
Yeah, so it
waved
was
at you
pretty
guys.
good. It was pretty good seats, and we were fine, and the sun was shining. I got burned because I'm
Oh yeah.
white as can be.
Yeah, I would have too.
And, 6th inning, we get our food. I get myself a Fairberry hot dog.
Yes, sir.
And literally this guy comes down and he's like, hey, can I see your tickets? And I was like, oh, we bought GA. And he goes, well, these aren't your seats, so you got to move. And he also said, he was like so mean about it.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, and you can keep your mask off. You don't ever have to worry about coming back. The health department will shut us down. Don't worry about it.
Oh my
I was like,
god.
geez, man, it's literally half the game is almost over.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
sit here yet.
And he's just been like, no, it's fine. Like you'll just like kill everyone, and like it's gonna be your fault. So
And I didn't understand it, but I was like, geez Louise.
like relax, bro.
Exactly. And that was a good day because, I mean, we moved and we went out kind
Yeah.
of towards the outfield, and then we actually went to our real seats, which were actually perfect.
Were you at home?
We were
home
in-
run porch.
Yeah, home run porch. That's where our free tickets were.
Yeah.
Like all of them. Like me and Jim sat next to each other.
Yeah.
Jim got a picture of Bigfoot
I saw
with
that.
Bigfoot. That was so funny.
Wait,
Yeah.
what is that?
It's just this Bigfoot mascot. Just
Just
got a
like-
picture
He
with
was
it.
just
Yeah.
chilling in the outfield.
Yeah.
Just a Bigfoot. Yeah.
Oh,
It was great. Here, Jane, can you hand me my phone real quick? Right there on top of the speaker.
Jamie, can we?
You got to see it to
Jan,
believe it.
thank
This is
you.
one of those things.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. But yeah, I mean, well, we lost. No, we lost that game, didn't we?
We won. Was it the? Did you go to the first game or the second game of the series?
I think it was the The Sunday.
Cole, you better know
If
this.
it was Sunday, we won. We lost the middle.
Did
That's
we?
what it was. The middle one.
Did we, Cole?
We did. Do you think, Ethan, honest question, do you think you would know what's going on with baseball if I didn't tell you? If I didn't work for baseball and bring it up ever?
There's
Do you think
Jim.
you would know?
That's a biased question. I'm not gonna answer that.
So no.
I like.
I don't think
like
you would.
Bigfoot. My answer to that is I like Bigfoot and I like Jimmy.
No, but it just proves my point where it's like you're proving the point where Nebraska football gets way too much hype. And it's like Nebraska
Maybe not
baseball is
enough.
having a great Nebraska football?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Be quiet.
We're getting 50K in a spring game tomorrow. You know how many we get at a baseball game? About 2K.
Okay.
No, but it's funny. We actually submitted a bid for a regional.
Yeah,
so
I saw
if we get to the postseason, we actually might host a regional.
That'd be cool.
Wow, that would be fun.
Dude, I want to go.
It's
I
good
like
revenue.
honestly.
Great revenue.
Baseball to me has kind of been something that I never really understood it. Like as a kid, I didn't like any sports, so I never really got
Shocker.
to
Look where you're
see-
at now.
Like, I mean, it's weird. Like my dad always makes fun of me. He's like, dude, because like I'm very new to the sports world. Like within a year, like for real. Like
yeah.
if I
you
told-
really got into it in high school with broadcasting and stuff.
like at the very end,
Yeah.
too. So if I told you some of the things that I didn't know while
I've seen your basketball shot.
Huh?
I've seen your basketball shot. I can tell you that much.
Oh yes, exactly.
He's coming for him.
Hey, bro, you put on some lacrosse pads.
No,
I'll fucking destroy you, bro.
No offense, though.
'Cause I
Definitely no
played-
offense.
I played lacrosse. This boxing match is going to happen, and this pent up aggression is gonna be
Yes.
released on you.
This pent up aggression from you.
Stop.
The best part about him is that they're like inflatable boxing gloves that are like this big.
Oh gosh.
I wanna actually punch
Yeah,
him.
get a
Like,
real boxing glove, a hard boxing glove.
Oh, and like
I'm
actually
gonna
knock
put
somebody out.
the
Okay,
brass
go ahead.
knuckles like under the boxing.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you bench now? Like 120? What are you up to? 120 now?
Okay, if you want to actually, I think it's 135 for 5
Plates.
Four.
Plates for 4.
Plates for 4. I haven't been in the gym in like 2 weeks because of these documentaries.
I'm not even gonna talk.
Did you?
we went
I've
to
been
the
in the
gym.
gym in
We went to the
forever.
gym one time.
And I pricked up my shoulder. I'm
One
so
time.
mad.
We warmed up. We did bench, and we warmed up with just the bar.
I think it was like 30 reps at 90.
Yeah.
And on the second
We were
rep, I
doing-
just freaking tore up my shoulder.
We
You
were-
did. You put him through Chuck's 30-15
to warm up
for the first time lifting.
And
you
it
put
was
him
the
through-
bar.
In 4 years.
It was
What else am I supposed to do? Have you push air? Well, like you gotta do.
Go get him those
something.
30-pound.
The dumbbells.
No,
No, the 30
bars.
pound bar.
The
They have
straight
like
bars.
God, dude,
no,
you-
no.
You're
I
six.
did it. I just jacked up my shoulder on the second rep.
Just kind of tweaked
And
it.
I finished the whole day. Like I didn't like
Did we
wuss out on
finish?
anything.
I think I don't know if you did. We definitely did an exercise after that. We did the incline
Yeah.
bench.
I mean, I
Okay.
did everything you told me to do.
yeah.
It's just I couldn't go back because I couldn't move my shoulder
We
the next
should-
day.
I know I'm about to leave for the summer.
Next,
but,
like I was saying, when we move into the
and
place,
Plus, it's a lot. Dude, I'm so tired of the gym reservations and stuff. That makes it so much harder to schedule when to go work out. I hate it. Jaden, do you agree? Jaden, do you agree?
I agree. But also, if you go at any time, there's so many people.
I've gotten kicked out multiple times.
Really?
Yes.
Every
Really?
time
Especially
I
at
go-
East Campus, they only have 20 spots.
every time I go, there's like 20 spots because nobody ever goes.
To city campus?
Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
Okay,
there
I
it
get
is.
it. I know why you want to go to city campus, but for us, have you seen the freaks of nature that go to work out there? It makes me feel like I'm a twig, and I hate it.
I would feel small going there.
It's
I feel
ridiculous.
small going there. Why do you think
I mean, like, but you don't have the
Go
masculinity
Yeah.
complex that we do.
I will
East
say,
Campus is nice. It's a
East
lot
Campus
quieter.
is like, I'm kind of a big man
Yeah,
over there,
you're like-
pumping like plates and tens. Over at City Campus, they're doing like 4 plates. I'm like, oh my gosh, I
Dude,
need to rethink something.
Yeah, like when Chuck goes there, I'm like, can you go over to the other room for a sec? I'm just trying to focus right now. Dude.
But yeah, let's. Is there any other sports like going on? I know soccer's been going on.
Should we talk? I'm sorry. I feel bad, but I don't know a single thing about Husker soccer.
No, not Husker soccer. I was talking about like.
Oh, the Super League?
yeah, the Super League going
Okay,
on.
which one of you guys knows the most about that?
I would know little to none.
Probably me, and I don't know that much.
Okay.
Maybe you?
My interpretation of it is that I don't really know the dynamic of professional. It's kind of like the NFL in a way, but just with it's like countries almost
Yeah.
in some ways, or just like regions, that have teams, and they basically these top 10 leagues wanted to make their own, or top 10 clubs wanted to make their own league and basically restrict other clubs from playing in it, which would in turn basically like ruin them and like terminate them.
Well, I heard once they join a team in that Super League, they can't go back because it violates so many rules of like.
All right, I can actually
competing
follow
league.
up from CBS Sports. The proposed European Super League is done for
Yeah.
now. The league announced late Tuesday that it was suspending
really?
its current plans because all 6 Premier League clubs who initially joined have backed out.
Yeah, because it's like
That'd be
they're
dumb.
terrible.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U, and Tottenham.
You know who we should get to talk about this?
Jarrett.
Ari.
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 I was
Yes.
thinking, I mean, Jarrett would be like, yeah, like it sucks, but then Ari would be like, this is unacceptable.
You could talk about Husker football.
Yeah.
You'd learn a lot about Husker football.
I'm pretty
with
sure
Ari.
that podcast will be about 3 hours long.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
We should just set it up and then just like turn
Let
off-
him just leave.
Yeah.
Let him
No,
talk.
yeah. Just like have him go. Just get it all out. And he's like,
Right.
I feel better now. He's like, I think I'm done forever. He's like,
Do you think?
just tell
Is that
his
what it'll
words.
take? If that's what it'll take, get him in here.
It might be more like 10 hours, but
Yeah.
that'd be worth it.
Maybe a couple days at
Yeah.
that point. A whole day for football.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeesh.
God. That's why, yeah. I can't talk about it with him anymore. It's too much.
So Cole, what else are you into? We want to learn about you, not just the writer side of you, not just the journalist,
Didn't even hurt.
sports beat writer. Like what? Give us some interesting stories.
Who is Cole?
Who is Cole?
Who is Cole?
Cole
gosh.
Peterson.
The question of the day.
Is
Cole?
well,
From
I'm-
Omaha, right?
I'm from Elkhorn. Yes.
Elkhorn. Is that
Um,
kind of like a suburb outside of Omaha?
Yeah, it's a small town outside of Omaha. I guess one of the things is hunting. I don't know if you guys.
I've been
hunt at
hunting
all. Have you guys
twice.
hunt?
I've never been
It was
hunting.
the first time was a
No.
good time, but
Have
like
you-
the guy I went with is like super old school, like ex-marine. Go
Oh.
out at 4 a.m.
Ah.
You're not in the heat of blinds. You're in this like
Yes.
makeshift treehouse.
That sounds interesting.
It was a good experience. Like I learned a lot.
Really?
Never want to go again, but I learned a lot.
It was.
The first time I went, I got a 6-year-old alpha doe in the
Really?
heart shot on an incline, like behind my back. It
What?
was, I don't know how,
I don't know
How
what
old were you?
any of that means, but
7th grade.
And,
just
Okay.
keep-
well, I guess I don't hunt anymore.
yeah.
I've only ever gone twice. I didn't get anything the second time. I've never been since.
Was he impressed when you did that? He was like, God.
Well, yeah, but the thing was, is
Damn.
we had to pull it back up a hill
Ah.
because, like Tennessee, it's mountains. Shot it going up the hill, fell down the hill.
So you
had to
go-
drag it up like 50 yards of like that incline in the dark. I got lost. It was a nightmare.
Did you guys put
Did
it
the
in like
Marine
a
go
truck
and
or
find
anything?
you?
Oh yeah, I found my way back.
He said it's like his new mission.
Yeah, that
so
was
bad.
not a fun trip. No, we had a 4-wheeler. We put on the
Okay.
4-wheeler. Yeah,
Nice.
it was
Have
a good time.
Have
though.
you gone target shooting at all? Do you clays like?
Not clays.
No?
I've been like target practice. You get a rifle, you put like the sticky bullseye thing on
Yeah.
a tree, like
Okay.
ways away. I've done that. But never clays. That sounds fun. I would do that.
Yeah, so my step grandparents actually have land out in western Nebraska. So obviously you guys aren't from here, but it's a Sandhills in Nebraska. So
Ooh.
yeah, they have
That's a nice
probably
area.
like 100 acres of land out there.
Wow.
So ever since I was like,
Is it cool?
it's yeah,
Sand
it's pretty
Hills is a
cool.
nice area.
But
Why
they
you
own
attitude like that.
no, they own a
Gosh,
house.
Yeah, Ethan.
They own a
Don't you
house
know
right
this?
here, and it's a guest house. And on the other side, it's legit. There's the highway, and then it's a river right here, and it's the Middle Loop River. Yeah. So we always used to go tanking down that, but we'd always go out for duck and deer hunting.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Do you want to learn more about me, or do you want to be educated?
No, I'm kind of like on the fence, I guess, at this
Okay.
point.
Well.
like if it
That's okay, Cole. We can talk.
depends if you.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I'll
Look at
go
me.
ahead and turn
I'm just
this.
trying
Just
to
look
throw
at
him
me.
off. This is what I do. I try to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, but see, I'm not uncomfortable.
So you don't want me to scratch your back?
You can if you want.
All right.
No, that's what I thought.
It's weird now. You made it weird. I don't want to do it anymore.
So Cole, what's duck hunting like? I've never been duck
Duck
hunting.
hunting. So we, unlike you, we have heaters. That we sit
yes.
in. Yeah, but no, but we go with my dad and stepmom, and then my dad has a friend that has been duck hunting ever since he was 12. So it's kind of like Christmas for him.
I feel like this story would be more interesting if I was scratching your back right now.
Do it.
Can
Yeah. Yeah.
I? No,
Go
just keep
ahead.
going. Just keep going.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What the frick is going on? Continue.
Yeah.
Duck
No,
hunting.
I completely lost my train of thought.
That's
Okay, so
exactly
no,
what I
deer.
wanted. I did it.
You didn't do it.
There's
I'm
a-
not uncomfortable.
You.
All right.
lost my
we can
train
get
of
So
there.
Cole from
Yes.
Elkhorn likes to go hunting.
Likes to go hunting.
You're a beat writer. What
Beat
else?
writer. Gym.
Jim. Yes, we talked about that.
Ever
What
since
else?
Ethan and I started going to the gym. Shoot. We could talk about NASCAR racing. Love
Go
to do
ahead.
Racing.
Go ahead. I know
you
nothing
do
about
racing?
racing.
Okay, I have a question, and this is for my friend at work.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the dirt road race that they did?
Bristol. Yeah.
So was there concrete under that dirt, or was it more dirt?
It was concrete.
Thank you. I'm sending this to you because that's a second opinion.
They put
Yeah,
concrete and then they
person I
put
don't
sawdust
know. Yes,
over the concrete. And
exactly.
then they put the dirt
Exactly.
over the sawdust.
I'm sending that to him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be pissed.
That's what I mean. That's right. That's what it was.
We argued about it, and he had to leave. He was getting so mad. It
Did he
was
think
so
they
funny.
tore up the concrete? And
Exactly.
then
I'm like,
put dirt
what?
underneath
Yeah,
it.
yeah, like, that's what I was saying. I'm like, they have a regular track there, and then they just put dirt on it, and then we could even see it like while they were racing. It was under the dirt because they were driving on it so much. I was like, it's definitely not.
It's concrete and then dirt.
You
Yeah.
say it, Devin.
I'm not gonna say Devin.
all
I'll say
right.
Devin.
I was pushing
Devin. It was concrete. There
was
was definitely
concrete, Devin.
concrete on there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
definitely. So my only experience I've ever had with racing is because I used to live in Vegas, and with Vegas we used to go to. They had like truck races, so kind of like the stock trucks, you know, the really boxy ones. Those were always fun. I went to a few semi races. That's really
No,
fun.
NASCAR.
Whoa.
No NASCAR. I've never been to NASCAR, but I know in Nashville they are starting to re-implement the Nashville International
Yes.
Speedway
Yep.
as a new part of the NASCAR world.
They're doing a lot of stock car down there.
Yeah, which
Lot.
I'm excited for.
Mhm.
I am. I know it's not the Nashville Motor Speedway, but there is one at the fairgrounds. They have just some
Yeah.
like
Yep.
super small stuff, local racers.
It's actually funny because when we went to Iowa City with Quinn and Connor, no, it's very relatable. But we went out there and his grandparents, his actual aunt her husband owns stock cars, so he races stock cars, right?
Wow.
And
That's
and
pretty
I was
cool.
sitting there because I was just fascinated by like what they were talking about because they were talking about putting the car together. You have to transport it to the stuff, trailers and all that stuff, and then racing.
Yeah.
And Quinn and Connor were sitting there like, the NCAA tournament's on. Cool. Can we just watch that? And I was like,
They
No,
didn't want to hear it.
no, they didn't. Well, they obviously
kinda
don't
cool.
care about it. And I was like sitting there like, oh my gosh, that's
See,
like,
Yeah,
My
that's an
dream.
opportunity to where you can learn something, even if it's about nothing you know about. So,
It's
like,
kinda
I'm guessing
unique, though.
if somebody sat you down and they had like a bunch of like sports memorabilia,
yeah,
and they wanted to explain it to you, you would take that opportunity to listen to that person and learn
Yeah.
more about what they do.
Yes.
A, it's a common courtesy,
Yes.
but B, it adds to your knowledge about that thing because all the random crap that I know.
Yeah, human encyclopedia for a reason. But like that's unique though. Like how many people in the world do that? You know what I mean?
oh, there are different levels, but like,
But still,
no, I know
yeah.
very few, but he actually makes the engines too. So
Dude, that's
he'll
insane.
make the engines for, and I'm like, you live in Iowa, like middle of nowhere, Iowa, and
Yeah.
you're doing this stuff. Like,
That's
I sat there and I was like, I mean, obviously they're making so much money off that just because you're selling engines for stock cars. But I was sitting there like, gosh, what I wouldn't do as like a 7-year-old kid right now hearing this.
Oh my yeah.
Just
Kid-
thinking about
kid
like
in
what
a
you're
candy
saying.
store.
when you're that young.
That's what it was.
Dude, I don't even think I know how to change the oil in my car. You know, like building an engine from
Yeah.
scratch for a stock racing car. Like
That's
the amount of
insane.
knowledge that you would need. That's insane.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what else? What else about you, Cole?
We could talk about country music.
I mean,
Talk
I
about
can
that.
I can share my limited experience. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
from Nashville. The only sad part is I recently got into country music after I left the country music capital of the world.
See, that's I can't even fathom that because if I just want to go to Nashville for like a week. Just
Okay,
1 week
yeah,
and
yeah,
listen.
that's what I'm saying. Once like everybody's of age, we're gonna go down to honky tonks, have a good time, we'll go to
Yes.
some music. It'll be good.
Grand Old Opry.
Oh,
down
I've,
there.
I've been to the Grand Ole Opry, like the show, once a long time ago. It was a good show.
I'm sure it was.
But my most recent experience at the Grand Ole Opry, I saw Alice Cooper and Hailstorm.
Really?
It's a rock. Alice Cooper sings "School's Out,"
Yeah.
and Hailstorm you probably don't know.
Mm-mm.
But that was my recent show at Grand Ole Opry. Now the Ryman is unbelievable.
Really?
Right, I've seen 2 country shows.
Do you know who?
Yeah, I've seen Blackberry Smoke. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like a country rock band. They just had their 20-year anniversary. Blackberry Smoke. I've seen Snarky Puppy, which is a fusion jazz band.
Snarky Puppy.
I wouldn't know them. You're listing
and-
every genre but country right now.
I know. Well, Blackberry Smoke is country.
Okay.
You just don't know who
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
Like country rock, but they lean country.
It's more like underground, bro.
Just leave me alone.
Searching
Yeah.
in Spotify undercover country, trying to find new songs to listen to.
Underground country. Yeah, I'm big on the
Kendrick
underground.
is a big fan of Snarky Puppy.
Dude,
Which
that-
one was
he's
there.
kind of a music he actually knows how to like play music and stuff. That's
He's in the playing the drums every
yeah.
day. I know that's
Mhm.
nothing, but like,
Yeah, no, he's playing the drums.
do you hear it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's playing them.
And I actually have this album here, which is another country band called the Wild Feathers, live at the Ryman.
I have not seen that.
Take a look at
no.
that. These are a lot smaller bands, but like that's kind of the.
Did you buy this there?
No, I got that as a gift for Christmas a few years ago. But yeah,
Really?
that was like recorded live at the Ryman. That's, I would say, in the top 3 of the mecca of country music. The Ryman, like the
Really?
original house of the Grand Ole
Oh
Opry.
yeah.
But
sure.
I've seen like they have an outdoor festival. They had like country bands. I think they had, I don't remember the name of it. It's like a local Nashville country music person. But yeah, Nashville's great for music. That's why I love saying that I was raised there.
Yeah, there are 2 goals that I have in my life, and one of them is to go to Nashville for country music, and the other one is go to Australia and just sit there for a week and listen to people talk. The Australian accent.
That's so cool.
You laugh, man. I will tell.
That's cool. That is a cool story to have.
okay. So we went to the
Well,
Black
that's
Hills.
just like a funny reason to want
I
to
know.
go to. Just sit there. Don't get a hotel or anything. Just find a bench.
Go sit with the spiders and the snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I don't want that. We went to the Black Hills 3 years ago, and we went and toured Mount Rushmore, and we took a
South Dakota.
train. Yeah, we took a train or like a little stock car thing up to the thing so you could get closer. And it was my dad, my stepmom, my sister, and I. And behind us was an Australian couple. And the whole time they were talking, and the whole time I was just sitting there like, oh my gosh, I don't even care that I'm about to see Mount Rushmore.
Dude,
I just want to hear them.
mesmerized.
Don't even get him started on accents now. Come on.
Oh gosh,
I was about to do one, but
can you do
Give him
Australian?
Australian.
well, listen, bro. So if I was to talk like if I was from Australia or something, I don't know if it would be weird or like would it be? I don't know. I'd have to work on that one a bit, but like if I say, listen, bro, I'm gonna go get some Pepsi at the store
Macca's.
in some Macca's, bro. Would you want anything? I don't know.
That's all I want to hear.
How's
That's
that
it.
sound? I'll just whisper it in your ear.
As long as you don't have like this orgasm like Michael had when he heard his British voice, I
Dude,
think we'll be
did
Oh
fine.
my
you hear
gosh.
I
No, I
don't know
did
if
not
you-
hear that.
I was doing a British
That
accent.
was so
Dude,
funny.
I was like, he asked me to do a British accent, and I was doing it, and I finished, and he just goes, "That's so hot," and we just
He said that?
Yeah.
we just,
So yeah, I'll link it in. Go watch that episode with Michael. It's great.
we just turned to him and we just both started laughing because it was so like.
Do
you
I need
said
to
it
be that
so
way?
quietly.
Do I need to be kind of like
I don't know if you scratch his back, he'll scratch yours.
Dude, that's what I was trying
a little 1 for 1?
I'm trying to like give you like hints, like messages and stuff. I don't know. You're not really picking up on it, but
Oh my
starts
goodness.
talking in that Australian accent. I'll tell you that much.
You need to go to New Zealand. I've heard is very
Yeah.
pretty as well.
Well,
and you
even
basically
okay.
talk the
So
same.
expanding upon just the accents, I've seen pictures of like beachside, oceanside,
yeah,
and just how clear the water is there, and just
yeah.
looking down coral reefs and all that stuff. Like that'd be. I feel like you could be there for weeks
Yes.
and not run out of things to do.
Yes, my barber said that she was there and she loved it. That was one of like her top spots that she had went to. But yeah, dude, that one, New Zealand, someplace in like cool northern Europe or something, and somewhere in Central America maybe. Those are my-
Dominican. We went to the Dominican. That's
Oh,
not
you did?
central.
Yeah, I
But-
remember you being there. You went over there to
Yeah.
break, right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
did.
Yep.
How was that?
You know, it was cool because, I've taken Spanish for 4 years in high school, and I'm not saying I'm good at it, but these guys, the people would come up to you and they'd speak in Spanish. I'd be like, como, yeah, sí. And I'd sit there and I'd be like, well, what did I take Spanish for at this point? But
Yeah.
it's so cool to learn about like what they do differently.
What do they do differently?
Just their lifestyle. Like, so economically, it's it's a third world country.
Yeah.
So we stayed on a resort, right? And I mean, you work here, 8 hours is like you worked a day. Like that's your day for work. They're working like 12 to 16 hours a day, like back to back to back to back.
They're just like, full speed.
Yeah, and it's like they'll get maybe a day off, maybe 2 days off, but like they get fed at the resorts and they get tips. Like if you give them $1, they're like, "Oh my God, you like that's
Really?
awesome." Like you're a god to them, and it's like it's such a contrast because in here, if you give someone $1, it's like, are you serious?
They'd be
Like that's it?
"Dude, what is your problem?"
But no, it's just like all that third, like just the running water and not having that available. Like
Yeah, they don't, it's not. Is it the
It's-
same situation like in Mexico where you're not
Yeah.
supposed to drink that?
but it's just
my
such a
God.
it's just such a cool experience going out of the country and seeing like,
I've never been. Alex, have you ever been out of the country?
I have not, but I am going to Mexico this summer to work at an orphanage for a few days for my internship in California,
Oh,
which I'm excited for.
where
are you
where in
doing there?
where in Mexico?
It's about an hour and a half south of Tijuana, so like on the
Okay.
west coast of Mexico.
That'll be cool.
Yeah,
that'll be
I'm
really
excited.
fun.
First time out of the country too. I was supposed to go to Europe last summer, but COVID
school?
hit. No, it was a senior trip kind of deal.
There were some people in Europe while COVID hit at my school. That was so scary for them. They got trapped in Europe for like a month.
yeah, we had
Like,
a foreign exchange student in our high school, and he was from
Dude.
Italy, and he couldn't go
Oh,
back.
Italy was down bad.
Yeah, he couldn't go back.
Yes.
His parents were calling him every day. They're like,
Are you okay?
"Oh, we're okay. Like we're fine," and
We're not
they're
dead
worried
yet.
about him. And it's like, I hadn't even come over here yet, really.
Oh yeah,
That much, and
True.
they
Yeah.
put the travel ban on. He had to stay here for like an extra 3 months, and it was like, oh my gosh, I
Wow.
could,
Dude,
I
that
couldn't
would
imagine how scary
suck.
that'd be.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be terrible. Because you
Yeah.
remember how scared you were of COVID back
Yeah.
then. Like, imagine being out of the country.
I was
at that
supposed to be
point in
gone.
time.
I was supposed to be gone for 10 days. I was going to go to Poland.
Poland.
No, not Poland. I'm sorry. Austria, Switzerland, and
That's
Germany.
still sick.
Oh, so you're
dude.
doing
Yeah.
that like hit different spots on the.
Yeah,
on
it was,
the
it was
tour?
through EF. It was like
Yeah.
10 days. I think it was like $3,000. I raised all the money. I was set to go. And that was going to be my first experience. We're going to go like the Vienna Opera.
Oh.
That would be
We were going to go to
insane.
this like concentration camp, learn about that stuff. I was going to get a 4-course meal in the Swiss Alps with a fondue dessert at the top of the mountain.
You got robbed.
I got freaking robbed.
That sucks.
I have a buddy that lives over in Frankfurt. His name is Max. I met him through the
Yeah?
foreign exchange student program, and we still talk all the time. He plays he's a drummer in a rock band over there, and he lives in Frankfurt. And I was gonna get to see him, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be awesome.
That would be sick. See a friend over there too.
And then COVID. I was so mad.
You should reschedule that. If you
Yeah, what are you-
can.
what are you doing
That'd
with
be
that
tough,
money?
Though.
That's part of my tuition, my friend.
That's
yeah,
fair.
true.
Thanks, Nebraska.
Yeah, full price. Like we were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
How we should not be paying full price for this.
Well, we got lucky though that they kept the rate as it was last year.
what?
Yeah, we're paying the same rate as I did.
Well, no, I'm saying why
Usually
are,
it goes
why are
up,
we?
though.
But
That's what I'm saying.
that's
Well,
not
they
like-
reduced tuition.
we
or room
yeah, I
and
guess we
board.
did get
Room
some
and
grants
board,
and
they-
stuff. Yeah, but like
I got $1,200.
Yeah.
Woo!
you got $1,200 for what?
that little COVID grant
Stimulus
thing.
check?
Stimulus?
No, through the university.
I think I got
Because
400.
I've been affected by it or something
I
like
got
that. They checked
400.
my records.
Yeah.
$1,200.
Dang. Well, I have not received any of that. I might want to. Someone just bang on our door.
I don't know. I saw the door move and I was like, "What the heck?"
It's usually. I bet it's like one of the other doors, like slamming or something.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But, what else?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Is there
We'll
anything
see
else
how-
about you that you'd like to share?
Oh gosh.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, I know.
Final
I need to really
words.
dig. You have to come back to me.
All right.
I'm sure there's something.
Well, that's fine. This is a good opportunity
Yeah.
to move into our next segment. We've got bringing back for the first time this year, Florida Man USA. So, a compilation of a bong, a car crash, alligator noises, and a banjo. And the yeehaw.
The goofiest segment intro ever known to
Ever
man.
known to man. But we're bringing it back. We're going to keep it consistent. Cole, would you like to go first?
Yeah, let me just pull it up real quick.
All right. So Florida Man USA, we find stories, Florida Man-esque, we like to call it. Something you would see in a story that says Florida Man blank, but everywhere but Florida. So we want to find the most Florida Man capable person from outside the state of Florida. This could be Utah, New Jersey, Poland. We had a few months ago.
I think I have a good one.
So it'll be good. So Cole, how about you go first?
Yeah, so I actually just found this like an hour ago. I've been talking to Connor all day about trying to find an article like this, but
Really?
mine
He's
is
been studying.
it's
Yeah.
under the weird section. There's a weird section for the Rochester.com. The title is Rattlesnake Bites California Man Who Tried to Pick It Up with Barbecue Tongs.
Nice.
That's a bad idea.
So I think that alone
Yeah.
titles gives it at least some points.
Well,
feel
so
like-
you go further on, and it was to
Yeah,
protect the
yeah.
children, but I
Read the
mean,
story, read the story.
Yeah. So he got bit in the thumb when he was trying to pick up the snake with
thumb.
with
So
the,
anticlimactic.
Yeah, but I mean,
thumb.
Yeah.
he's released from the hospital, but he said he's been around snakes his whole life. The tongs were 14 inches in length, but were not long enough.
Dang.
I
is
mean,
what
like
his quote
that's
was.
Like, I feel like that's a smarter approach than like.
Well,
what
yeah.
Some people might try to do, just like kick it or like pick it up with their hand or something.
Yeah,
or, like,
but I
try
think
and smack it.
he's got experience. What's he?
I mean, that's
I mean,
that
yeah, come
plus
on.
2 inches. I mean, that's good reach.
Well, he
think.
probably had to grab it like
You think
in
he
the
was
middle.
grilling? He was grilling some dogs on the.
he was probably trying to grill that snake, dude. He just
That's what it
threw
was.
though.
He just got bit.
Must have been.
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna give that a no from me because he was trying to save the kids. He didn't touch it with his hands.
See, now if this was a guy that had a rattlesnake with barbecue tongs, bring it into like a convenience store, like high on meth or something like that.
Speaking of
No brainer. No brainer. We need to vote on this first.
yes.
So we need to vote on this.
And he's from Dallas, right? Or did it
What?
say
No, he's
Dallas?
from California.
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 I got confused with mine.
So
but-
Ethan's a no.
yeah.
Ethan's a no. I'll vote. I'll give it a yes, just because
You always spite me.
I'm going serious. I'm thinking critical.
All right.
So hear me out. California man and a rattlesnake. Not that uncommon.
Okay.
Yeah, the barbecue tongs. And I would definitely give this a no if he got bit in like the arm, the thigh. But the fact that he got bit in the thumb, of all the places he can get bit,
That
the
is kinda
thumb,
weird.
not the back of
The
the,
left
hand,
thumb too.
the left thumb.
Left thumb.
And this guy's a
Does that
lefty.
change your answer? Do I need to say
The
it like
left
he got
thumb.
bit
I
in the
mean, come
left
on.
thumb?
So I'm gonna give it a yes for me. Cole, what do you think?
If it's what?
It's your story.
It's my
of
article.
course. So yes, and
I would say
tie-breaking
yes.
vote. Jaden, is that a Florida man-esque story? If you were listening at all,
She doesn't even know. She didn't hear what's going
a
on.
California man picks up a rattlesnake with barbecue tongs and gets bit in the left thumb.
I heard a no.
No, Alex, I don't think that is.
So no.
I would say no.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
No Florida man. Unfortunate. Ethan, what do you got for us?
Get dunked on, Cole. Anyways, Houston police say crystal meth found in breakfast burrito.
Oh snap! Oh, we got a contender.
Okay, so 2 X-ray scans revealed the smuggling attempt at Hobby Airport. So he tried to like smuggle it. Not only I thought when I first read that, I was like, did someone put crystal meth in this guy's like breakfast burrito that he ordered? And if so, that is a good deal actually. If you probably think about it, for what you're getting for the price.
$2.25 for crystal meth. Come now, come now.
Right? That's what I'm saying. And then
Buy
you-
one, get
fine.
one free.
Sounds-
Crystal meth.
then you're even less hungry too because you eat and then you get a meal suppressant. So I mean, like that's a pretty. Anyways, illegal drugs hidden in breakfast food were found earlier this month by Transportation Security Administration officials at the Hobby Airport in Houston. Breakfast burritos are delicious, but officers were surprised to find crystal meth inside one pictured, and that's basically the entire article.
So yeah,
So were
we'll,
they
we'll put
eating?
some of the news article pictures on the video. So make sure you check it out on YouTube to find all these things. If you have any Florida man suggestions, actually we'll finish that later. Continue. So meth in the breakfast burrito, caught at an airport, right?
yes,
What did it say? What restaurant it was from?
I think maybe like he made his own or something.
Okay, so he made his own breakfast burrito with meth.
Yes, you know he should have just eaten it
Yeah, that's
At
what I
that
was gonna
point-
ask.
because
Unless he was like smuggling it for selling purposes.
that's true.
So like convince us. Obviously, yes, you're a yes.
I feel like if you're crazy enough to try and slip crystal meth through an airport, especially in food, that like what if you left that out and like someone ate it? Like you can like that'd be really, really bad. So I feel like, I mean, if you're obviously doing that, you're on meth. So
Yeah, of course.
a lot of Florida men like to do meth.
So this is just a specificity question. Was this loose crystal meth or was this like
I think it was in
baggies?
It looked like from the picture like it was in a bag.
Okay.
Okay.
So this wasn't necessarily like a meth infused breakfast burrito.
Right.
You've got your bacon, you've got your eggs, you got your potatoes, and now you've got your crystal meth.
Just kind of like a little sprinkling. It's like salt or something. Okay.
Seasoning.
Seasoning.
That's a
Spice
picture. I think
things
that
up.
might just be a picture of a breakfast burrito, but I
It's a
feel like
Chipotle burrito
so
right there.
maybe it was like I doubt it.
I think
though.
it's in bags.
It's
I
probably
think this
in
is like a
bags.
smuggling thing.
So there's some kind of like there's some order to it, you know.
Okay.
He's like there's some structure.
Yeah.
He's trying to like keep it in order somewhat.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
So yes, I'll give it a yes. Meth breakfast burrito is a yes from me. Cole,
Yeah,
all
It's
of your
undeniable.
opinions on Ethan aside.
It's undeniable, Colin.
I've been actually watching a lot of Breaking Bad. So
Oh,
this
exactly.
story is kind of funny to me, but I would say
Think about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Just because I think it's just funny.
That's just
like in
absurd.
a breakfast burrito, you've heard about different food items and places that they put it, but through an airport too. Did he think he wasn't gonna get caught?
Like
or
that's
what?
something they were probably talking about at work. Like this
He's like, dude, I'm
fucking idiot.
I got you.
trying to sneak crystal meth through our like security in a burrito.
Wow.
Like
So that's
It's
1, 2,
creative
3.
though. I will give him that. It's pretty creative.
I just want to see what he looks like because I feel like he would. I feel like he would not.
guy with just a
disappoint.
gray beard,
Or
like
just, like,
bald, just
crazy hair. He's just
Yeah.
like.
you can tell.
So
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
that,
it's just mine.
I was
with
really
that-
hungry. I was gonna get hungry on the plane.
with that, we have our first Florida Man of the Year confirmed.
Yay!
It's our confirmed sound. Florida Man confirmed. All right. Time for the third and final Florida Man USA
I'm gonna spite you, Alex.
of the day.
No matter what.
I
it's
don't
a
know.
No.
You're
It's
lucky
a
I
no.
didn't spite you.
It's a no for me.
I was just being honest on his. All right, here we go.
It's okay.
Creature terrorizing a Poland town turns out to be a croissant stuck in a tree.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So this girl in Poland saw this mysterious object in a tree outside of her apartment building and decided to call animal control. She didn't inspect it. She didn't go up and shake the tree, see what it is, see if it moved. She thought it was iguana. Oh no,
Uh-huh.
An iguana?
it was a croissant.
So
A
someone,
croissant.
someone
There
threw
it
a
is.
croissant up in a tree and then
Yes,
just left it there.
literally, the subheading for this is that's one scary croissant.
What the?
You just take a bite of it and throw it up in a tree.
I don't know. It said the animal control group from Poland received a call that an unidentifiable animal was.
Unidentifiable.
Unidentifiable.
I can't speak. Okay, leave me alone.
It's gonna be a no from me, Alex.
Terrorizing the residents of
already
a
botched this.
town in a street in Krakow, Poland. When the officers arrived, they found it was no thing. Like these people in this apartment building were shutting their windows and like protecting their children outside of this tree from a croissant.
Do you think the
Like
do you think
patterning of the hatches, like
Yes.
something's gonna happen.
Like zombie apocalypse, boarding everything up.
That's kind of funny.
So yeah, look at this. Let's see if I can pull up the picture.
The only thing.
Croissant in a tree.
Oh, that looks
it
like
looks like it.
Yeah, that does.
do you
Okay.
think the cops pulled up and they're like, oh my god,
Had their-
I'm not going over
Air
there.
guns drawn. They're like, stay back.
Animal control, like, all right, guys,
Stay
get the most heavy tranquilizer we can get for this iguana.
Yeah. Well, okay. My problem with that is that it's who's the Florida man.
That's
Is
up
it-
for you to decide.
Is it the?
Croissant.
I don't know. If you gotta sell me on it. It's not for me to decide. It's
So
for
you
to
want?
sell me.
Okay. I'll say because it's Florida Man USA. I'll give it to the woman that called it in
Oh, because she's kind of like
because you can't put that on an iguana or croissant for that matter.
okay.
But the only reason I'm saying that this is a Florida Man story is because the woman called in police and animal control for a croissant in a tree. Questions arise. What was the croissant doing in the tree? How did it get there?
I might say no just because I saw that picture and it kind of looked like it didn't look like a croissant to me.
Even then, like, why would you even call it?
Yeah.
In? Even if it was an iguana, like, just let the fucking iguana chill.
Right?
Let the iguana relax.
Nah, we're guns blazing on that.
Yeah.
No, we can't let an iguana live.
No.
You kidding me?
Can't let a
Shoot it.
croissant live.
Gosh.
This is Poland. This is not France.
Yeah, I thought they didn't like.
No croissants allowed.
I thought they were all relaxed over there. I'm sure the cops don't even carry guns or anything.
Now, if that was a
They're
gecko,
like, yeah, we need to get that iguana.
if that was a gecko, it'd be a different
story. Gecko, it's a yes.
Gecko, it's like, oh God, let it live.
All right, so it's
fine.
a yes from me, no from Cole.
No, from me. Sorry.
No from me.
Sorry.
Wait, wrong one. Sorry, croissant. No good.
No croissant for me.
It's a good story though.
I thought it was pretty funny.
That is funny.
I
though.
it brought me joy. Actually, I talked about that on my radio shift
Oh, on Karen.
yesterday.
Hey, by the way,
That'd be a nice one to bring up.
Yeah, it's kind of, it lightens the mood a little bit, gets them intrigued.
Yes,
stuff like
definitely.
that. So Cole, we really appreciate you coming on today.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing your story, sharing what you do, how you participate in the journalism part of the world here in Nebraska, that stuff.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be reading your stuff to keep up with baseball, so I'm not
Yeah.
out of the loop.
So there's the answer to your question.
Yeah.
No, you would not have kept up with
No,
baseball.
I wouldn't
there you
know.
go.
I mean, you and Ari and Connor have been kind of keeping me up to date, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do need to know that
Just
stuff.
one of the little things that I do for you every
See,
day.
I scratch his back, he scratches mine.
Before we go,
All
about
comes full
boxing,
circle.
we've gotta
Oh,
add
yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
told my dad I would.
Can I wear that? Can that be
yeah.
mine?
Yes, this
Bro,
is part of the boxing stuff.
so weird.
We got the luchador mask. We're ready to go, folks.
Dude,
So what a way to end out the Homonymous
That's
podcast.
great.
Ethan, anything else, my
no,
friend?
we're
We
good.
didn't talk about how I beat you in boxing, though. That's how we
hasn't
started.
happened
It's got to
yet.
be how we
We
end.
should live stream it. I'll just
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
Homonymous
That'd be
podcast live event.
Alex is going to
boxing.
broadcast, and he's going to be the
Yep,
commentator.
exactly.
fake
Exactly.
low cross.
It's going to be at the CHI, too, I heard. We're going to sell it out.
Yep.
like
Cole,
the Ben Askren fight.
Thank you so much for coming on. Ethan, anything else?
Nope.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this in the Homonymous podcast. Stay fresh, stay groovy, keep on rocking. See you next week.